I'm Tatiana from Riding Warehouse, and today I wanted to show you how to put together a standard English bridle with both a regular crown and a mono crown. So the first thing that I like to do is get started with the crown piece. So I like to just make sure I have myself oriented here. Basically, the throat latch is going to be kind of on the off side or the right side of the horse. So that's going to be, the other side of the horse for me. And then this is going to be the front, whereas this is the back. So once you've got that kind of taken care of, you'll be able to get started without any mishaps. And then you're going to go ahead and get started with your brow band. So oftentimes now your brow band has a little emblem or little engraved lettering there. So you'll want to make sure that reads upright. And the little trick that I've come to use is if you want to have this side facing upright with the emblem in the right place, and you don't want to try to get the keepers and everything through this side of the brow band, you can just kind of trace this off side over across the top of the crown piece and then thread that piece through just like that. So that way you've gone just the right amount of twists and turns to get it on so that it's all reading upright. And then this side goes in here, nice and easy. And this is your traditional style crown piece. I'll also show you how to do a mono crown in just a second. So after you've got the brow band on, you can go ahead and grab your nose band, and you'll take the long side of the nose band, and with the rough side facing in towards the horse, you just feed it up through this little loop here on the inside. And I like to kind of just pull it all the way through almost. And then you just lay it underneath the crown piece, and then you tuck it in on the other side here. Just like that. And then kind of make sure that the the nose band would be sitting evenly. And you can actually even just buckle this kind of near the middle if it's a new bridle, and that'll give you room for adjustment. Or if you've just cleaned your bridle, there'll probably be a little notch right there, so you'll know where it belongs. So now it's starting to look like a bridle. We know which way is front and back. That's always a good sign. And then next, you'll go ahead and attach your cheek pieces. So these cheek pieces have buckles on both ends. That's sometimes traditional for a dressage bridle. So the buckles are always going to face towards the outside. And then you'll take those and attach them to the more forward of these straps. So these ones can kind of be confusing sometimes, but this is the correct one to attach it to. And again, either find your normal hole or just put it right near the middle. And I don't worry about the keepers yet, just because I want to make sure I can still adjust it on my horse. So then we'll just go around again on the other side, buckles facing towards the outside, strap facing towards the front is the one for your cheek piece. And right there in the middle, not worrying about the keepers. So then the last part you'll want to add is your flash strap. This one traditionally sits with the buckle kind of up near this flash attachment. So you can kind of feed this in from off side to near side, or from your horse's right to left. So I'll set that down so I can get an extra hand here. You just feed that guy in, and you only really have to go past the first couple of holes, because you'll want that to sit comfortably right on the top of the horse's nose instead of down by their lips. So that kind of adds in there. And then lastly, you'll want to get your bit attached without getting your reins twisted or anything, and with your bit on the your bit like in the right orientation. So the first thing you'll want to do is make sure that the bit is facing the correct direction. So you can see that the mouthpiece here has a little bit of curvature, and the curvature should be facing forward. You can also test that by putting these two ends together, and that will show you that this should be facing forward as well, because these two ends touch, whereas this is the backwards direction. So these two ends don't actually touch. So I'm going to put this face down, facing forward, just like I've put the bridle, which is basically facing into the table. You just go ahead and put the cheek pieces in, again with the buckles facing out. I kind of just leave my bit laying flat on the table there so that I know which way is correct. And there you go. So the last step is to attach your reins. So I actually take the buckle of my reins, and I just put it over my head, and then I run my hands down them to make sure that I don't have any twists in the reins. And these, again, have these buckle fasteners, so the buckles still go towards the outside, which is really nice and easy. And I know that my rein doesn't have any twist in it, so I just attach this real quick. And I've already set this one down nice and straight, so I don't have to worry about it. And then your bridle is all put together without any mishaps. And you can go ahead and adjust it just right for your horse. So another variation on the crown piece is this recessed style crown piece. And this is really nice because it provides your horse with a little bit of extra padding and comfort on the inside. So for this one, you can't use my cool brow band trick. You do have to kind of work to get these little keepers and everything through on this side. So that's just a matter of kind of pushing and squeezing this through, which isn't really that hard, but on some bridles it's easier than others. And then I like to go ahead and leave the brow band kind of loose and down a little bit, almost too low on these pieces here, so that you can easily get your noseband strap through here, up and over the crown, and then back through on this side. And then another thing I wanted to show you is a little trick on your cheek pieces. So once your cheek piece is attached to your bridle and you're attaching your bit, these are oriented a little differently. So the buckle is going to go to the outside, and then this hook closure is going to go towards the inside facing your horse. So one of the things that I like to do is go ahead and push this all the way across this little hook and just even secure it into this keeper without even trying to get it over the hook. And that way you can just easily kind of rub the leather over the hook and then secure it. And then to undo them, you just kind of do the opposite. You can either pull on this tab, or I actually prefer to push upward from here and then release it off the hook there. And then the whole thing comes out nice and smoothly, even on leather that maybe needs a good cleaning or conditioning. For more helpful how-to videos or to check out all the products we have at Riding Warehouse, visit us either at our YouTube channel or ridingwarehouse.com.